What's up, guys? So, in the first part of the video, you guys probably won't even notice because it's not even that big of a deal. But in the first part of the video, you're gonna see that the lights are not on. So just bear in mind that there's no lights. I mean, it's not a big deal. Like, you're listening to the podcast, you're not watching me, unless some of you actually really enjoy watching my face. But yeah, I just want to let you guys know. I think by like the 10th minute, I don't even know. I'll double check, and then but yeah, I turn on the lights. I completely forget. It's pretty interesting, pretty funny. Anyways, yeah, enjoy the video. Peace. All right, guys, welcome to the third podcast. And as you guys can see, I bought a mic. So this is something that's gonna help with the podcast. Obviously, I don't have one of those like big mics or just like a regular mic, but this is something I want to do because I wanted to make YouTube videos with this mic as well. So yeah, I actually just finished watching the PlayStation 5 reveal. Pretty cool. The console looks cool, but there's no price yet, so I'm just waiting on that. So yeah, but it kind of made me want to talk about this one thing, which is basically the hustle mentality that we all have. Well, not all of us, but hustle mentality that's very prevalent in this day and age. So you see guys like Gary Vee, you see guys like Grant Cardone, you see people that they. I'm gonna use Gary Vee for an example because Gary Vee is a very, very good depiction of it. Gary Vee, he really emphasizes the hustle culture, and he really emphasizes grinding and putting in the work. And if you want something, you got to work for it, right? Now, I 100% agree with Gary Vee. I think that Gary Vee is 100% right in what he's saying about the hustle culture. If you want something, you got to work. A lot of us, especially as millennials or even the next generations, or yeah, so the next generations, we tend to believe that we're entitled for something. Ooh, yeah, I'm putting on my headphones because I just want to make sure that this sounds good. But we'll see. If I get used to it, I won't wear my headphones. My headphones is not that long, so we're just gonna try it out for now. But yeah, basically, with millennials and this and that, we tend to want something right away, and we are kind of impatient. And I kind of feel that we're not consistent with what we want sometimes, and sometimes when we want something, it's like instant gratification, right? We see something on IG, we see something online, we're like, yeah, I want it now. So we see someone that's doing fitness, someone that's running 10k 15k, and we want to do that. So the first day we run 10k, and then we overdo it to the point where we burn out, and that's where I think burnout really comes from. So for me, back in 2017, when I was doing photography, so I was doing it in school, and I was in school, and I was actually doing pretty well with it. And at some point, I was doing really well. I was getting a lot of gigs, and then I was also, doing a lot of collabs with a lot of cool photographers in the city, and I was doing a lot of cool photo shoots. But then after a while, I realized that every day I'm working at this, and I was working at it constantly. I felt like, okay, grind at it a few months, and then you'll be chilling. But I realized that when I grinded it for a few months, and then once I got to a good level, I still had to work just as hard as I worked when I first started. Because the day that I stopped working is basically it's like a stop, right? So it was something that really taught me, sometimes it's better to slow down consistently, because I got burnt out. I got burnt out after a few months, and I realized, it's better to take consistent steps and do something every day, every second day, or just consistently, than just to try to do as much as you can in 24 hours, and then the next day, and the next day, and the next day, and then a week later you don't do anything, right? Like in Islam, there's a saying that it's better to do a consistent deed, right? It's better to do a consistent deed every day than to do something like for one day and do it a whole bunch of times in that same day, and then you stop. So there's something about it, right? Like I might butcher this, but like it's like the Bruce Lee saying, right? I don't fear the man who does 1,000 kicks in a day. I fear the man who does a kick in 1,000 days, or something like that. Anyways, but yeah, it just came in my head, so that's why I mentioned it. But yeah, what Gary Vee is emphasizing is you put in the work. Uh, but however, I do feel like when they say that you put in the work on consistently, right? And you're patient, right? When you're talking about Gary Vee, he always talks about how he helped his dad out, but you have to realize that he helped his dad out after high school, and then he kept going on until he was the age, I think, of 30. And a lot of us aren't even in our mid 20s, and some of us might not even be in our 20s yet. So that's something that I find is very, very important, especially with the hustle culture that we have in this society. And yeah, I think that it's something that should be emphasized. And for me personally, like, I found that when I do something consistently, when I try to put in the work and I just grind at it, I actually do a lot better, right? Like when I was doing my fitness, I was this was back in last year in August. I was about 130, I think 38 pounds, and I wanted to gain weight because I always felt like I was smaller, and I still do feel that way sometimes, but I always felt I just wanted to gain a little more mass. So I got mass gainer, but I wanted it so badly because I wanted it during the summer that I took the mass. I took about, like, I think it was like it was a lot of calories within it. So I felt like my stomach was not doing well, and then I got sick. I got sick quite a bit of times, and yeah, I realized that, hey, like, it's better to just take like, say for example 700, 800, 1,000 calories, whatever is good for you, instead of taking 2,000 or 1,800 calories and then trying to grow as fast as you can. It's better to just do it gradually, and that way that growth will actually stay as well. So I went to Africa. I was 148 pounds, 147 pounds, and now I got sick there as well. So I got sick. I lost some weight. So I'm back at, like, I think I'm back at the 138 that I was, but when I first came. But then now it's a little bit different. I think I've I don't know. Maybe I don't know. You guys can be the judge. You guys check out my past videos, but yeah, I think that it's very important to mention this. It's something that I think that is super, super important. I think patience is something that should really be emphasized, and patience is something that a lot, even myself, of course, like, we want it now. And especially now being quarantined, well, kind of quarantined now. I don't know if I would consider it quarantine, but being quarantined like this is interesting because I've been able to figure out what I really wanted to do. Well, I figured out what I kind of want to do. So obviously I have my lights in the back. Ooh, I forgot to turn on my lights. Damn. How do I look? If I don't look bad, I'll leave it. Okay, cool. So I actually forgot to turn on my lights. So I'm gonna see if that will improve the video. Yeah, I forgot my lights, but that's the thing about trial and error. You forget, and yeah, you guys just saw me forget to put on my lights. I was actually putting on my lights, and then after that, I said, okay, I'll plug it in, and then I completely forgot to turn on my lights. So now you guys can see me a little bit better. Yeah, I guess in the beginning I'm just gonna say, hey, like, yeah, I'll warn the crowd anyways, but yeah, so it's a very, very important. I think that especially with this hustle mindset, I would say, in my opinion, I think everything should be done in moderation. And when I mean moderation, I think that everything's done in moderation. You go at it consistently, and even for me, I'm trying to figure things out. Like, my fear is that I'm gonna have to go back to work again, and then this is gonna be very tough because I'm gonna burn out on this. But I want to figure out a strategy to maybe work less and then just make some extra cash on the side, and then at the same time too, I can do this, and I can figure out how to make this my full-time thing, because I like doing this. Like, I like waking up in the morning and then just eating my breakfast and then going for a run, or just doing some push-ups, sit-ups. The gym's not open right now, so that's what I'm currently doing. Just stuff like that. And then at night I can help my dad out with his business, because obviously we're not doing trade shows, we're not doing any festivals, we're not doing anything like that because of this pandemic. So we have to focus online now, so it's a little bit of a shift. But yeah, I think it's very, very, very important to know that yeah, I think it's very, very important to know that whenever that sometimes that uncertainty can be there, and sometimes it can suck. But I think that, especially even for me, like, I'm not worried about it as well, but I'm still trying to figure out for myself. So I completely sympathize with all those who are currently trying to figure things out. I think that if any of you were quarantined for the last couple of months, this was the best time to figure out what you want to do, because what better time is there than a time when you have all the time in the world, you have all this time to yourself, and you can actually do something, right? For me, I've been here for 2 weeks now. I think that was I'm approached my third week now, and I've been out of quarantine for 1 week already. So the first 2 weeks I was kind of resting up, and I couldn't go outside, so I couldn't. There's not really much I can do. Second week I started going for runs, and then I decided, and something just came in my head. Hey, just start making videos again, and this is something I'm gonna do. I'm not expecting any views from this. I'm not expecting. I'm not that. Oops. I have no expectations from this. I'm just doing it because I feel like it's something that I just want to do, right? So yeah, let me know what you guys think about this hustle culture that is currently around, and yeah, let me know, like, what are your goals, like, you know, in terms of goals. How do you feel like you're gonna get there? Are you currently working at like a full-time job, part-time job? Are you trying to figure out how to make a business work? Are you trying to figure out what are you trying to do at the moment? Yeah, let me know all that stuff, because I'm very interested to know. Like, I like learning about other people's stories, and I like learning about what other people do. So yeah, let me know. If you have any advice for me, definitely put it down in the comments down below. Also, let me know what you guys think about the PS5 reveal. It was very, very interesting. I watched a little bit of it, and it's interesting. I don't know what I like. I actually like the console quite a bit. It looks really nice. I don't know what I think, because I haven't seen any of the games that I play yet. So that's obviously FIFA. I saw NBA 2K. So 2K is a game that I do enjoy playing as well, and yeah, so those are like probably the two games I play the most, I would say. And maybe PES. I've started playing PES like in the last year. So yeah, let me know what you guys think. And yeah, any kind of videos that you guys want to see, let me know. Either today or tomorrow, I'm going to record my newest video, which is going to be just reacting to my photos that I took while I was traveling. So get ready for that, and that's going to be awesome as well. So I will talk to you guys in the next video. Peace.